10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
.550, I am now at the airport. Houston, we have landed. We are here at the Houston Card Show hosted by Tristar. This place is awesome. But before I show any footage, before I make any deals, I have to thank the sponsor of this video, which is MySlabs. MySlabs, you can get your cards listed for only a 1% fee. So if you sell a card for $100, you only pay a $1 fee. Really awesome website. I really recommend them using MySlabs instead of another company like eBay where fees are like 10 to 15%. I wouldn't be here without MySlabs.
Tired of paying 10%, 15% or more to sell your cards, comics, and digital collectibles? How does 1% sound? Too good to be true? Well, not anymore. MySlabs.com is the web's premier user-driven marketplace for buying and selling slabbed cards, sealed wax, and now slabbed comics and digital collectibles. So the next time you're forced to pay 10% or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com and join the 1% revolution.
Alright, so what did the Tristar Show have to offer? Well, first, there's a lot of different cards. There's a lot of stuff that was pre-war this time, so everything from 1887. And there's modern stuff as well, so you could find your 2021. So you're talking about over pretty much 140 years of sports cards there at the show. There's mainly baseball, but there's also a ton of basketball and football as well. So if you collect those three sports, you were in luck. Didn't really see much soccer and much hockey, so mostly those three sports there. A little UFC and Formula One as well. But besides the sports cards that were at this show, you were able to find pennants, you were able to find Funko Pops, you were able to find certified autographs, and you're also able to get autographs to some players as well. So TriStar brought in a bunch of different guests. They had Jalen Hurts there, they had Craig Biggio, and Larry Walker. So it's a quick overview of what was at this show. Okay, so my first pickup of this day was this nice Frank Chance yellow background. It's a T206 card, and here's some info about Frank Chance if you don't know who he is. He originally played with the Chicago Orphans, which if you guys don't know who the Orphans became, they are now the Chicago Cubs. So he played before the Cubs even had their name. Funny enough, he was hit by 4 pitches in one game before. So imagine if that happened today. Imagine all the outrage, the suspensions, and everything like that. While he managed the Cubs as well as a player manager, in a span of 5 years, he ended up going to 4 different NL championships and won 2 World Series with the Cubs themselves. So really, really great player and manager for the Cubs. He's a Chicago legend, and since the National is in Chicago, I'm going to be using this as a trade bait for a larger deal. Real quick, guys, before I end up doing this interview, make sure to check out my friend's channel, Stars of the Diamond. Really, really great pre-war content, and I learned a ton from talking to him this past weekend. If you guys enjoy vintage cards and want to learn more, check out his channel. Let's support some other creators in the hobby. Make sure it's 200 subscribers.
The series was released from 1887 to 1890, and you can date them based on the overall appearance of the cards. So in early 1887, they released a series called the Script Series, and that's what you can see right here. And so there's very few subjects in the set, but their names are written in script on the actual picture. What's that? The next series was the zero or the short number series. In the upper corner up here, you can see a small number. It's not going to be having a 0 in front of it. It's just going to be a number. And there was about 100, 150 cards in that particular set, but it's still a pretty limited number of cards. Then they did a mass release that are the 0 number series. And you can kind of see they come in 2 varieties. either with the scroll up top with the Old Judge cigarettes, with the number in the upper corner, or the same cards can be often found with the name and everything like that down on the bottom, with the Old Judge cigarettes in a box. That's also the 0 number series. Sometimes those are a little more faded. All of these date to 1887. Then in 1888, they came out with 2 different varieties of design. And you can see those 2 right here. And they'll say Old Judge, then cigarettes, and then the brand underneath. So those are the 2 varieties that can be dated to 1888, even though the slips usually say something wrong. And then in 1889, they switched from that design to the Old Judge Cigarette Factory. So these are dated 1889. Now some cards from the 1889 series, they did a limited release in 1890 that has these same cards, but the only way you can tell if it's an 1890 is if the team has been changed. And those cards are very rare because oftentimes what they'll do is they'll refer to people playing for the Chicago NL or Chicago PL for Players League, which started in 1890. And those 1890 cards are extremely rare and extremely hard to find. So that's Old Judge cards in a little bit of a nutshell.
Hey, I'm Jason with FC Goods. Our website's fcgoods.com. We take old vintage baseball gloves and turn them into wallets and accessories. We also take your old custom glove that you have in your garage. You can send it in to us. We can make it into a custom wallet or anything like that. We've been doing this for about 2 years. Super popular. It's a really unique gift. Every single glove's different. We have black leather, brown leather. We got famous names of players from the 60s. You know, if they got their signature in the palm, we love to capture that in the wallet and show it off. Unique, one-of-a-kind gift.
So I finally picked up the Duke Snider rookie card. It's something I've been looking for a very, very long time. The thing that makes this card special is it's a high number in that 49 Bowman release, so the pop report is very low. The thing about Duke Snider, I think he's a really underrated player and Hall of Famer. He was actually the 3rd best center fielder in New York in the 1950s, which is really hard to believe because of how good of a player he was. But then again, you have Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle out there, so you can't really say much about that. Anyone would be the 3rd best outfielder out there when you have 2 top 10 players of all time playing in the same city. Besides that, though, he led the league in home runs during the 1950s. So I'm going to put a trivia question up on the board for you right now. How many home runs did Duke Snider hit in the 1950s? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, guys, it is about 4 o'clock. It is day number 1 for me here at the Tristar Houston show. But I have big news to tell you guys. I just brokered my first deal of the day, a 1965 top set. There's a raw set here for about $4,000, ranging between a PSA 4 and a 6th grade. Now, I have to look at the Mantle, I have to look at the Mays, and a few other main key rookie cards in the set to make sure all of them are really good quality. But this deal is about to go down. One of the buyers reached out to me over email. And if you guys are looking for any specific sets, any specific cards at shows, I go to shows across the country every single weekend. Check down the description down below where I talk about investments and fill out that form and I'll find some cards for you. So we're about to go inside and make this deal happen.
Right, they're all in there, so you don't lose them.
That Morgan is nice and clean. Look at this right here. It has the markup on the top, but still presents really well. Very, very little edge wear. The 65s got beat up really bad, but this set is very clean. Pulled like back in the day and everything?
No, this was, you know, like I bought a collection with, you know, a couple thousand of them in it, and I pulled out the best of what there was and went and got the rest of them and finished the set.
Nice.
Aaron?
Yep. Right there. And, super underrated card. 4,000 strikeouts, right? We're getting all high numbers over here. Jim Catfish Hunter. So you guys saw my video from Dallas. I picked up an 8 off Jim. Looks really nice there as well. So there's like 4 or 5 rookie Hall of Famers in this set. Negotiation part. We're gonna get this down a little bit less than $4,000, and then we're gonna get this sets out. So, what are you thinking that best you could do on this one?
38.
38?
That's it.
That's $200 cheaper. Deal. So I'm gonna get the info sent over. We're gonna do either a wire or PayPal, make a phone call real quick, and this deal is now done. All right, guys, so it's about 5 o'clock, and there's another hour left in the show. Pretty tired though, and it's been a pretty successful day overall. Got only 2 cards, which isn't normal for most of my card show videos. You see I pick up 20, 30 or more cards, and maybe I'll do that tomorrow, who knows. I got here a little bit late, but I was really happy with those 2 pickups. We got the Chance and then also the Duke Snider rookie, which I was really happy with the Snider, haven't got in a while, but the big thing today though is that first deal that I brokered for that set. I'm really happy that was biggest deal yet, and I'm working on an even bigger one for tomorrow. Yeah, so what do you think it's gonna range about for that card? I don't think it's gonna happen today, but we're looking at my first 5-figure deal if this ends up going through, and I'm really, really excited for that. Can't wait to show you guys what ends up happening with that as well. So
we spent probably the past 36 hours working on this deal. Ended up getting it for $67K and $2,500 in trade. Yeah.
what do you end up trading to?
Oh, it was a 2011 Trout Chrome Refractor PSA 9.
Congrats.
I feel like the card should be worth more than that, don't you?
We got playoff basketball. We have the Yankees and Red Sox. Here we go.
We out here eating good and watching basketball.
Here we go. Help film the deal today. First transaction. Appreciate it again. But yeah, we have fire over there, a bunch of food. This is gonna be awesome. Guys, it is day number 2 for me here at the Houston show. It is Sunday morning. I just got a call from one of the clients of mine. I found one of his last 6 cards for his signed basketball set. So today I'm going to be brokering a deal for the Michael Jordan rookie card autograph. In total, there's less than 100 of these out there. A really, really tough card to find, but I just have the deal confirmed on the back end. I'm going to be talking to the dealer, working out some negotiations, and you're going to see a little bit more of that information soon.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
All right, so you're going to see a little bit behind the scenes of 2 different deals. On Sunday, I was trying to broker 2 deals, one for a Michael Jordan rookie autograph card and then one for a lot of about 200 T205 cards, which is one of my favorite sets, by the way. Anyways, why both deals ended up going down. With the Michael Jordan, you'll see that it was trimmed. I found that out. And then we still have to make sure that the certificate is real. It was verified by Upper Deck, but when you're going for a very expensive card and it's not slabbed, there's still a lot more work that needs to be done. But due to the price point difference with the alteration between the seller and the buyer, the deal did not work. With the T205 set, I had a collector that was looking to build the full set, and this was a lot of 205. There was rare cards that had different backs on them, and there was a lot of big names in there, including the Ty Cobb and Addy Joss. But the price point difference between the buyer and the seller, it just couldn't work out at the very end, and unfortunately, both of these deals fell through. But I want to show you guys them anyways. Now we're taking a look at the Jordan card, trying to figure out a deal. Talking about how to tell if a card was trimmed or not. Unfortunately, this Jordan card was trimmed at the very bottom. I know it's gonna be hard to see on video, but there's a little bit of a cut inward and then downward as well. If you look at this over here, it's very, very small, but it is trimmed over there, so that is gonna affect the price of the cards. We're trying to figure out what a good price on it is because this won't grade a 6 or 7. There's a little bit edge wear over here as well, which I didn't see yesterday. So that would affect the value if it wasn't trimmed. So we're trying to work on a deal with that. You can take a look at some other examples over here. We lined it up also with a raw card, the Clyde, and you can see it is a little short. Now, these tests aren't perfect lining it up because there is inconsistencies with the cut and the process, but it is short. Also with that evidence right there, under the loop, the bottom edge lights up as well. So you know that it was cut afterwards, but we did take a look at other examples of the Jordan, and this card is legit. It follows all the other traits as well. So we're trying to figure out the final deal on this, what we can do for price wise and everything like that. All right guys, so we're looking at possibly brokering a big deal right here for this T205s. We have over here 205 different cards, including the Ty Cobb and some of the other really hard cards to get in this set. I'm really hoping this ends up working out. These cards look absolutely beautiful laid out.
Thanks for coming to the Card Score booth. Card Score is a new company that we've launched here in Houston. that allows people to upload their cards into our crowdsourced card scoring platform. We have our patent pending score key that allows the card to be uploaded in a manner that prevents any sort of manipulation through Photoshop or any other image software. So it goes from the scanner to from your phone to your scanner to your score key, uploaded into our system, and then we have 5,200 roughly scorers out there across the country who will then zoom in on all aspects of your card and score the card. After the card reaches about 100 to 120 scores, then we throw out the outliers that are based on an algorithm and also based on just extreme lows, extreme highs, etc. And then that gives you your score. Then the card score is mailed to you in a sticker. You can put the sticker on the back of your encapsulation, and you also get a digital sticker as well that resembles that same sticker. Right now, we're focused on scoring previously graded cards. So essentially it gives a metric to that often used term such as undergraded or nicer, or other terms that people use to differentiate between cards that are professionally graded the same, such as a PSA 8 Jordan and another PSA 8 Jordan. One may score a card score 86 and one may score a card score 79, and therefore the 86 would have scored higher and therefore be more valuable. We're also coming out with some awesome technology that will allow for us to score raw cards as well, and we will essentially use digital fingerprinting technology to make sure that the raw card that somebody attaches that sticker to is actually the card that's claimed later on. And you'll be able to do that through the kiosk as well. One of the most interesting things about the Mantle contest, when we scored roughly 30 Mickey Mantle rookie cards, the true rookie card, the 51 Bowman rookie card, was this particular PSA 2. It actually card scored a 36, with the corners being 35, the centering being 57, the surface being 21, the edges being 31, and it scored fantastic. It was only a PSA 2, but it came out as a card score 36, meaning it really was more equivalent to a PSA 3.5 from the collector's point of view.
A lot of people are leaving. There's a lot of empty displays, so I was like, why not throw it over here? We're swapping Jeters, so I'm trading my 93 Jeter for the 96. I'm also throwing in $10 cash. But I'm gonna throw this Jeter on my slabs. They sponsored the video, so I wanted to sell a slab on there. Houston is now over 3 o'clock. It's done.
Exactly.
Rohan with the PSA 4 parking job. Look at this. Off-centered. Horrible.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Here's the pickups from this weekend. There's a total of 5 cards. So usually I have 40, 50 cards, only 5. First, I made a quick deal at the very end for these two, just walking out. A Derek Jeter EX, and then a Rafael Devers. I'm still really high on Devers, so I pick up his stuff cheap. So I got both of these for $25. You can take a look at the Duke Snider a little bit closer. Very clean card. Really glad to have this in my PC. I've wanted a Duke for a very long time. See, back is a little rougher, but great eye appeal on that one. The Derek Jeter itself, and if you guys want this card, it is on my slabs right now. And lastly, the Frank Chance. Great presentation on that. Back's pretty rough. Still the front really awesome. And that I'm going to use at the Nationals for trade bait. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one where I'll be at Clearwater Card Show.